We got the biggest fight of 2021 heading our way in about 2 weeks. Errol Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. Now, and so the questions that I have, and I'm asking you guys, is number one, does Errol Spence Jr. have the speed to keep up with Manny Pacquiao? Can he handle his punching power? Can he handle the big stage? And the last question I have, what strategies should he implement to beat Manny Pacquiao? And at the end of the video, I'll let you guys know my prediction for the fight and if I think Errol Spence Jr. has a shot at Manny Pacquiao. Now, the first thing is, can he handle the speed? Manny Pacquiao has been on a tear as of late. He's been tearing up everybody younger than him. He's one of the only fighters that I know and I can think of in history that's able to fight fighters in their prime 10 years younger than them and outclass them with good footwork, speed, power, and endurance. Man is like the Tasmanian devil. He just keep coming in many different angles and it's very difficult for anybody to stop him. Now, I was looking at the fight between Antonio Margarito and Manny Pacquiao because Freddie Roach says the strategy is utilize the same techniques and strategies that he used with Antonio Margarito. And so the question is, the same type of fighter as Antonio Margarito? So I looked at his fights and I can tell you he's not. He has better footwork skills, he has better hand speeds than Antonio Margarito. In fact, he has an ability to trap his opponents to the ropes. Antonio Margarito didn't do a good enough job in trapping Manny Pacquiao. I believe Errol Spence Jr. has the ability to keep up with Manny Pacquiao and trap him in the corner. If he can do that, he will find great success in his fight. Now, he has good footwork. He has good hand speed. He doesn't need to be as fast as Manny Pacquiao. He just needs to be fast enough to corner him. That's all he really needs. He just needs to be fast enough to land a shot. The second question is, can he handle Manny Pacquiao's punching power? You know, I have not seen anyone hurt Errol Spence Jr. yet. He's fought Kell Brook, who pretty much has a high knockout percentage. He fought Sean Porter, and I didn't see any signs of him buckling under someone's punching power. In fact, I believe he has the ability to handle Manny Pacquiao's punching power. Manny Pacquiao has not finished fighters lately. He's been able to drop them and hurt them, but he hasn't been able to finish them. So I believe that Errol Spence Jr., being the young, larger, stronger opponent, will be able to endure the onslaught of Manny Pacquiao and will be able to handle his punching power. Third question, can he handle the bright lights and the big stage? This is the biggest fight of his career, bigger than any fight that he's ever had. Now granted, he has fought Kell Brook, but Manny Pacquiao is totally different. He's able to demand attention from the media, from athletes and celebrities. He's able to grab hold of an entire world. He has fans from all over the globe tuning in to his training sessions and his fights. Very tough for a fighter who's never experienced that type of bright light. So my question is, and you guys tell me, do you think Errol Spence Jr. can handle the bright lights? And I believe he can. He went to England against Kell Brook. He handled himself very well. He went to the Olympics. He's competed at one of the biggest stages in amateur boxing. So I believe that he will be able to handle this. I believe he has the right frame of mind. He's coming in there focused. He's coming in ready, prepared. And I don't think that he's going to buckle under pressure. I think he's a young man that's ready for the bright lights. Can he handle being in the ring with a fighter who has the experience of Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao, I've seen in the Adrien Broner fight that he was very calculated in his attacks. He was able to understand that Adrien Broner was trying to catch him coming in. So he was using a lot of head feints and feints of all kinds and footwork to be able to land calculated, precise punches. He is a very experienced and expert type of fighter. I believe he can adjust just as much as Manny Pacquiao can adjust. I believe he has the ability to overcome any type of adversity and obstacle. In the Kell Brook fight, he struggled in the first round or two, But then he had the will, the heart, and the determination to turn that fight around and win that fight despite the struggles. And then he fought Shawn Porter. In my honest opinion, if you can fight Shawn Porter, you can fight anybody. I mean, you can even be in the NFL Combine. Shawn Porter is that type of guy that is like a train wreck coming. Handled it. He did not buckle. He did not show me any signs of weakness or mental fatigue. He stood in there. He overcame those obstacles. I believe that he has the same heart and determination to come in there with Manny Pacquiao and adjust as much as Manny Pacquiao adjusts. It's going to be a very exciting fight because usually you have one guy who's able to make many different adjustments and another guy who just can't keep up. It's going to be that exciting of a fight. So you guys let me know, what type of adjustments do you think both fighters are going to make and can make in a fight? This leads me to my last and final question. What should be his strategy? Would be an ideal to use a jab because if with a very strong stiff jab, you can keep the smaller Pacquiao at bay and land his powerful left hand. If Manny Pacquiao try to get inside, you can push him to the left and land a punch. You can push him to the right and land a punch, or you can push him underneath and land an uppercut. You can control his head a lot better with a very stiff jab. Keep him at bay. Antonio Margarito did find minor success in landing the jab. But then here comes the adjustment. Because if you throw a jab too hard, Manny Pacquiao will be able to counter that jab and come on the inside. So that's one strategy. The other strategy is if maybe catch him coming in. He can catch him coming in with a very stiff jab and then land his left hand. As Manny Pacquiao come in, he can stop the smaller man and catch him. He can step off to the side and catch Manny Pacquiao, as sometimes Manny Pacquiao is off balance when he comes in. He can catch Manny Pacquiao as he comes in and drop some body punches and just land some hard shots. It's very likely impossible. These are all great strategies. He also can throw a check left hook as Manny Pacquiao come in. So those are two major strategies. He can catch him with a jab. He can catch him coming in. But like I said, Manny Pacquiao is very savvy, man. He knew Adrien Broner was trying to catch him and he wouldn't fall for it. He knew that Antonio Margarito had the length and he was able to avoid the length. So that leads me to my third strategy for Errol Spence Jr. I believe his best strategy is his heart, his will, his determination, his strength. Picking his gloves up and pushing in. Like the same way he did with Kell Brook. It got to the point where he just said, that's it. And he just started landing very powerful shots to the body and was able to slow Kell Brook down with those body punches and then finish the fight. Same thing with Shawn Porter. When he got Shawn Porter on the ropes, he was able to use that left hand as Shawn Porter was trying to get off. He would not let Shawn Porter get off that ropes. Shawn Porter was stuck on that rope for a majority of the time in that fight. And he can do the same thing with Manny Pacquiao. Just put his hands up as Manny Pacquiao comes in, block those punches, trap him up. Like I said, he has better footwork than Antonio Margarito, so he could be able to cut the ring off a lot quicker than Antonio Margarito. Lift his hands up, trap Manny Pacquiao, and use the heart and determination of a young, youthful fighter. He's like a Teofimo Lopez to me. You have a guy who's never been knocked out, who's never been hurt, so he doesn't understand the concept of losing. When you have a fighter like that, guess what? They're very hard to defeat. That means he'll punch when he's hurt. That means that if Manny Pacquiao slips up and slows down, which he tends to do in fights now that he's older, if he slows down, then definitely Errol Spence will have his ability to land punches. And he's able to rough him up, somewhat like Jeff Horn was able to, tire the older fighter out, and then win his fight that way. I believe that Errol Spence Jr. has a great chance of winning this fight. I give him somewhere around 68% chance. Why? Because I believe he's the younger and stronger fighter. As Manny Pacquiao has aged in his career, he does slow down. So Manny Pacquiao's success will come in the beginning rounds, but somewhere around the fourth round, that heart of a lion of Manny Pacquiao, he's going to want to stop and exchange punches. In the exchanging of punches, I believe Errol Spence Jr. will be able to land some body punches that will be able to fatigue and slow him down. It will allow him to get his hands up and push Manny Pacquiao to the corner of the ropes and be able to land some powerful shots. I believe this is his greatest weapon. His strength, his size, his heart. So this is DROD'S MMA and Boxing. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me what you think. Do you think he's fast enough? Do you think he's strong enough? Do you think he could take Manny Pacquiao's punches? And who do y'all think will win this fight? This is DROD'S MMA and Boxing. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.